Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Trying to find Jameson Williams, and it's 3rd and short. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run. Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Patterson's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never give those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 2nd down, Tua. Pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sand. Now it's 3rd down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to pass. Tua. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Gibbs straight ahead. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Lions at 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
1st down, Lions on a pickup of 13. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now an option play on second down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the...
And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Justin Fields, an 8-yard touchdown run. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the
17-0 our score after 1. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Now Chandler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
It got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he will slide down with a good gain. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Pass complete to Addison. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Chandler. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Here's Chandler again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Chandler will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Point after here coming up. And it's 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Nixon now from his end zone. Pushes him aside at the 10. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, it's Fields. From left side, it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So nothing doing there. And that will bring up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Ready?
They'll run with Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go, son. Up.
Here's Fields. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Justin Fields, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown Lions. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
as a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Lions will take over.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He'll return it from the 6. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so sound.
And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, he completes it. Down the left sideline, and he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's had just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
You see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Lions will take over. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Go.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
That is caught, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Here we go, son. Set.
On the give, here's Gibbs. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go. No one downfield there to stop him.